Got it. Yes.
Hello, lovely people. So another podcast this week, number 9. And it's a hectic week because I'm full in my 3-day food photography camp here in Holland. So in my studio, my team and I give a food photography workshop. Very fun to do, and but also hard work. So this day I actually had a day off, but of course it's full with work, but also with a lovely podcast. And for the people who don't know me, I'm Lucie Beck, a photographer and stylist from Holland. I make productions for the magazines. I have several clients for food or product photography, and I teach a lot in my online and offline courses. And of course, in about 6 days, my new program, Photography and Business Coaching, will start. So if you're interested in that, hop over to mylucie.com and there you can find more information. And but today we have a guest, and that is Studio Fook.
Hello.
Hi, Fenja. And the nice thing is that today she's going to interview me. So she prepared some questions, and maybe you can tell something about yourself.
Oh, hello, everybody. I'm Fenja. I have an Instagram account, and it's called Studio Fook. I'm a veterinarian for the government, so that's totally different than where we are here for today. But I do also photography. I started my journey for photography, I think 10 years ago, and in about, I think now 2 years, I started or I tried to start a business with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I focus on food photography. So that's my goal for now, and in the future, I really love to be a full-time photographer, or maybe just a combination. I don't know yet, but my husband is also a photographer, so
oh, really?
we do it together.
Right. Oh,
yes.
Great. Okay.
He's more about the technical stuff, and I do the creative stuff.
But you already have clients.
Yes, yeah, a few now. Yes.
Yeah. And your other job, how many days do you
full
work?
time?
Full time.
Yes.
You also have kids.
Yeah, I have 2 kids. So I'm a busy woman.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, but my husband is a full-time stay-at-home daddy. How do you call it in English? So I'm very blessed with that fact. So
yeah,
otherwise it wouldn't be possible.
No, oh great. Yeah, I think it's often curious. I'm often curious how other people arrange all the balances, life and work, and I think it's very interesting to hear for other people how how you schedule it actually.
Yeah, yes, it is. And you have 3 kids.
3, yeah.
3, yes. And how old are they?
5, 7, and 11.
So they're going to school. That's a little bit more rest in the house on the days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for me, the oldest is now going to school, so the youngest is 1 year. So yeah, I'm working at home from because to the corona. So
okay, yeah.
Yes, and I wonder, you have 3 kids, and if I remember it good, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, you had a creative career before you started the photography in paintings.
Yes, I had a company in creative workshops for like bachelor parties and stuff like that. So I had a workshop painting gnomes and making Ibiza bags and stuff like that. And I had 8 creative women working for me, freelancers, and they gave all the workshops because those creative workshops were often in the weekend. And I didn't want to work in the weekend with 3 little children. So then they came to the location and picked all their stuff up, and they gave the workshops. And I had this company for like 8 years, very long time, but I learned a lot then, also about my website and SEO and blogging. So I did blog a lot on that other website.
Mm-hmm.
But I think number 3 was born, and I was also helping another startup with a creative workshop. And also I worked also at a kindergarten because it didn't earn enough money. So I was also doing that.
So you were a busy woman too.
Yeah, also, yes. And then number 3 was born, Max, the youngest. And in 2 weeks, I already had a meeting with the startup. And at some point, I was telling to myself, Lucie, what are you doing? This is not healthy. So you have to make a choice. So I sold my other company to the startup because my findability on Google was very high. And I still get sometimes emails for about a workshop making bracelets or
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you did the CEO, right?
Yeah, really. So then it was a difficult choice because it feels like another child, you build it up and then you have to take distance from it. But actually it was okay because I know I did everything to let it grow, but it didn't. So I also wasn't feeling very motivated anymore. So it was okay to sell the company, and then I just earn my money in the kindergarten, working as like a teacher.
And where the food photography came by, the switch to
Yeah, still coming.
Okay, sorry, I'm a little bit too early.
No, it's okay. It's a whole story, and it actually was okay because I had a baby and 2 toddlers, so and didn't have much of sleep. So it was okay, but after 6 months, it was going to itch again. And my husband came home from his work, and I was telling him, yeah, I have a blog, mylucie.com. It's already online. I already arranged everything because I know I had the knowledge from the other company. And actually, it was my goal to just create and discover my journey. But I want to take other people with me. So then I started to share it a lot on Instagram and also on my blog, actually. So I wrote blog posts like 3 times a week. I also had time for it, so it was okay. And then I was starting to go making pictures. First on automatic stand, and then I have to take that with water. And I was just creating with flowers and cupcakes and stuff like that. And then I had a collaboration with a brocante shop here in a village nearby. So I could make pictures from their beautiful props. And I had also beautiful pictures from my blog. And her husband was telling, well, maybe you have to, maybe it's an idea to take like a rough man picture with fries and a hamburger. Okay, but I was still in a little flower mood. But I was thinking, okay, I have nothing to lose. Why not? So come on, let's do it. And often it's about doing it. So we went to the upper side. There was a restaurant, and the owner was very kind, and we worked together. And they came out very lovely pictures, also with the hands from the owner from the restaurant. And after the shoot, he was asking me, "Okay, beautiful pictures, and what's your rate?" Saying, "I will come back to you that later because I didn't have a rate yet." And that was the moment for me what I was thinking, okay, Lucie, now you have to focus. And that was the point that I absorbed all the knowledge about food styling and food photography from everywhere, offline, online, I don't know where. So yeah, that was my actually action point.
So you really run into the food photography.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I was already exploring, but more with I love I also do product photography, or sometimes like interior photography with flowers. I also love that. I love to work with colors and with compositions and with beautiful lights. And it's also food, but yeah.
Not food. And for now, is food your main goal, or is it a side goal? And I don't know how it.
My specialism is food. But I do not cook. When I work together for like a cookbook or a big assignment, I have someone else from my team who do the cooking thing and thinking about the recipes and stuff like that. And I'm doing the styling, photography, editing. But actually, I now it's summer here in Holland, and I also love to photograph like vegetable gardens, making productions for the magazines. Yeah, just be creative.
So creating is the main, your purpose from your,
Creating
purpose.
content.
Yeah. Your what's Yvette Lams, your genius zone, or what did she say?
I don't know.
I thought she says working in your zone of genius.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Oh, nah, something about that you have to do what you most love to do.
Yeah.
And other things you have to let other people do.
Yeah, but that's totally true. That's also why I'm working with a team. So I can focus on my content. And I think I'm in a kind of like a shift now, because I really love to create content and get much more freedom in that. And I think creating content also for my students in my online courses and stuff like that, I really like that.
That's fun. So, I had a career as a creative too, but beside my work as a veterinarian, I had my own atelier. I don't know the English name. Studio, I think, for about 7 years, and I did paintings of animals in commission. So it's funny. But how do you combine the motherhood with the entrepreneurship? You have 3 children, and it's still busy, and you have a growing company now in the photography and coaching.
Yeah, first I worked like for 3 days, I think 2 years ago, but I had lots of assignments, and there was one big assignment, and I really wanted to do that assignment, but it was on a Wednesday. So I just went to search for like a nanny at home for 1 day. So it gives me a lot of rest because the children just are going home after school, but they can play with the friends or stuff like that. And I really prefer that. And we have the how do you call the luxury that our parents from my husband and my mother also lives here. So they also are taking care of our children after school.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So and Friday is my day, and then I pick up the children from school. So I work like for 4 days, and of course in the weekend the laptop is going open. But I also really like it. So sometimes that's a danger, but I have lots of new ideas, and I actually, if I have a new idea, my team already know that I want to be done yesterday. I'm not very patient. So, and I'm enthusiastic about new stuff, and yeah.
And what do you like most about the entrepreneurship?
That I have the freedom to do what I want, and that I can create my own work, like with the new program. In November, there's another stuff coming.
Exciting.
Yeah. Well, maybe I can tell you that, but I didn't told anyone about Instagram about it. And I think I also was telling about it with Nia in the last podcast from With First Salt. So in November, I'm going to start a membership, my Lucie membership.
Ah, that's nice. And is it an online membership?
Yeah. And there you can have access to, like it's in a community. so you can have contact with other student members. And there you can find lots of online content.
Okay, so your courses are also part of the deal then, sort of in
Yeah,
membership form.
Yeah, still have to choose which one. But some of them you can have access to them, and every month we have new content. So I will do like a styling session or a live Q&A, or with different topics, and not only about food, also about photographing flowers, or what I came up, or maybe what the members want. I have to discover it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And during Corona, a lot of entrepreneurs went online. So the online business has taken off during that time. And
Yeah.
how do you distinguish from the rest?
Well, I also create online content, but actually it was a dream for me, but I didn't make time for it because I was full with assignments and giving lessons. So then there was COVID or Corona, and then everything was closed, and we had lots of time. So for me, it was like,
suddenly a dream came true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I had the time. I mean, so I first started with online courses on Instagram. So on a Instagram account like the Basic of Food Photography, you get access. And then on the Instagram account, you see all the different models on the IGTV or in the stories, in the highlights. And lots of people joined me, I think 150 or something. I don't know actually. So I think everyone has their own style and how they present and how their humor is, or so I think I already have my own style, and I also think there's enough for everyone. So people from all different countries are following my online courses or programs. Other people have also good stuff. I mean, I'm not the only one offering this, and that's okay.
Yes, really, I think, especially during the last year, I think the photography business has boomed a little bit.
Yeah.
No, not a little bit. It has boomed.
Yeah.
So all of the entrepreneurs needed some content online on the socials or on their website, and or they had to make a web shop suddenly. So
yes, I think you're also thinking about new things when when there's no work, So yeah.
I take a look at my notes. That's why I'm looking down. I had a few questions wrote down, so that's I was wondering, did you find it exciting to make the jump or the step to 100% My Lucie? Because before you did a creative job too, and that was full time, I think. And then the kindergarten, or was the kindergarten and the creative stuff together? Was it part-time?
Yes, it was the last thing you were saying. So I had a part-time job in a kindergarten, and then I started working as a photographer. And I think like for 6 months or so, I was doing in kindergarten and working as photographer, and then the assignments for the photography were growing, and then suddenly I have to say no to assignments, and I was thinking, okay, now I have to make the step. So, but I wasn't. I could do the planning by myself. So then, if first I worked 3 days in a kindergarten, then I make 2 from it, then 1. So it was like
gradually, sort of balance. The balance took over to the right side. Okay.
Yeah, and then suddenly it was like this, and then okay, no kindergarten anymore. It's okay, Lucie, go for it, and it was a good decision.
Yeah, it is. But it wasn't really a jump. It was more sort of slide.
Yes, but you have 3 kids, a house. The husband also, of course, is working, but that sometimes it's difficult when you make this decision. When you take the step. But for me, it was very, flexible. And of course, work of an entrepreneur is often it can be insecure, you know, and sometimes you have to take risk and doing investments. But hey, you only live once.
That's life. Yeah, for me, I have it's like I told, my husband is a stay-at-home daddy, so for as long as our children are young. So for me, the jump to 100% creative job is not the moment yet.
No.
Maybe in the future. So now I'm starting to build a sort of a network and a little bit of visibility, I think you call it.
Yeah.
So, and you were telling in 6 months you had already said no to assignments. So how did you approach the clients yourself, or did they find you by a good CEO or?
Well, they find me through my website, and now I still have the because I place like 3 times a blog post, so I still have the, how do you call it, it's very nice that I have this good findability on Google, because you just get a phone or an email from a client. But of course, I also reached out to other clients. So I just wrote mails to restaurants or stuff like that, because they don't know you exist, you know? There are a lot of food photographers now in Holland also. Yeah, you have to reach out. And if you think you want to work for a special client, why don't you reach out? The only thing is you can get an answer, and that's no or yes.
But you already did some work, like maybe you have a product you like, some sort of cookies or whatever you will find in the supermarket, and you made some photos for yourself and then reach out to the company and said, look, this is what I made, you can use it. And now if you need a photographer in the future, here I am.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't did it before, like you were saying. But of course, when I was using special products in my photography, I called them, mentioned them on Instagram. But I think what you're suggesting now is also a very good one, because you know, there is already content for them. They can use it for free. I think lots of companies will like that.
Yes, yeah. It was my idea. It was from Joni Simon. It was from Joni Simon. So
I didn't saw
credits
that
are not me. It's Joni Simon's idea. And maybe I don't know if it's her idea, but I do it a little bit different. But what I did a few times was a sort of barter deal. I don't know if that's the right thing, but I reached out to a company and said, look, I saw your Instagram page, or I saw your website. That's great. Now I can make beautiful pictures. Maybe we can work together for a little while, and then I can show you what I can, and you can use the content. And I did that a few times, and now the first time I did it was a shot in a rose.
A good one.
Yeah, I was lucky.
Yeah.
And it resulted in samenwerking, in the
collaboration.
Yeah, collaboration for about 6 or 7 months, so that I made a monthly content for this company. So that was I think beginner's luck. But I know the feeling, and I did it now again, and that's also in with the locals. I did it, and they hired me after that. So I think it's if you're starting out, and I talk about only myself and as one, but I think it's a good way to make yourself visible, as long as you not have clients yet. And especially in the local area.
Yes, and barter deals, I still do some barter deals if I like them. And in Corona, I also photographed like food boxes for restaurants. and for two of them, they came back for another assignment, and the other company, the photographer from this company, followed a lot of my courses. So
that's great.
yeah. So you
And
don't know what's the following up.
No, and they know you exist. So maybe in the future, if they need someone, they think, oh, in the last time, Lucie, or they made some pictures. She made some pictures. Yes, and I think a lot of beginning photographers also are listening. What kind of must-know tips or experience tips would you give to photographers who are working part-time and doing their business for the photography also part-time, but they have the desire to do it full-time?
Yeah, and
what kind of must-know tips would you give them? Just to jump into it, or
yes, I think lots of things is lots of people are saying to me, you're from the action, just do it. It's not my it's from another company, but but a lot of things are just do it. Just send that mail to the restaurant if you want to make pictures for it. Plan your social media, because work on your visibility. Make that website, make your portfolio. Just do it, reach out. Maybe you have something in your head, but you have to make a connection and go into action. So setting goals, I'm also going to talk about this all in my new program. But it's really important to setting goals, to put yourself together and just do it. Otherwise nothing's going to happen.
No, I think a lot of people try. If I talk for me, in the beginning, I was a little bit shy, I think, and I wanted to be everything perfect before to put the website online, or before the first blog post. And I had I was I was home for a while, and then I was thinking about it, and I thought, no, I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the website is never finished. So just put it online. It's also, I think, if I'm right, it takes also 30 days when Google has indexed your website,
Mm-hmm.
So just throw it online, do it, and maybe you're changing things. I'm changing it all the time. New look or new colors or whatever. Yeah.
And I had one question for you in het verlengde van dit, how do you call it? How do you keep focus? You told about affirmations and setting goals and just do it, but how do you keep focused in the busy entrepreneur's life?
I have different answers. That's why I'm quiet. First one, I think outsourcing. So I have a team who are helping me with other stuff, so I can focus on like this podcast, and what I really like to do. It's not feeling as work now.
That's good. That's a good thing.
And it's also creating content. So that's also my goal. And every morning I write my affirmations and also my goals. So I keep focused on that. So, and also it's about saying no to other projects. So sometimes the clients or maybe other people want to work with me, but I really believe in that you have to do what you like. And sometimes I'm saying no, but I think other doors will open then. But also, and then if I'm saying no to a client, I often give advice for another photographer because I think you can help each other. And I don't know, if you focus on a few topics, what you really want to do. So now my focus for this end of the year is my Lucie membership. I have my new program, Photography and Business Coaching. Between that, I also, of course, have the shop, my Lucie Beck drops, but my team is doing that. So that's, and I'm photographing some backdrops, and of course I have assignments, but I don't know. Last week I get free emails for assignments. I don't know when the assignments are coming, so I'm just planning my things, and then lots of things come by. And it's a really fully work week.
So if I a short summary, so outsourcing, you say it's a good one to keep focused, and every day is sort of a routine, like setting goals and setting affirmations for yourself. That's working for you, so you stay focused that day.
Yeah, and make choices, so not choose like for 10 different things, because I do recognize it, because I have a new idea. Oh yes, I have another new idea. Oh,
yeah, it's really recognizable. Yeah.
No, just okay. Step back. What are you doing now? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's recognizable for a lot of listeners now that sometimes there's a lot of door de bomen het bos niet meer zien.
There's lots of
ruis. There's a lot of things going on, and you just want to do everything, but because of that you don't do anything. So it's very recognizable. So guys, keep focused. One thing at a time.
Yes, and I know sometimes it's hard because you're on a creative journey, and maybe you also like to photograph people, or maybe you want to photograph interior photography. And I also take a step outside. So like a year ago, I photographed a lot of houses. But this year in January, I decided, no, I'm not going to do any interior photography anymore. Only with a combination, like with the Eastern production or stuff like that. But so then I really make the choice. So then there was more time for my food photography, for example, or for my creating courses.
Yes. And is it also for me? It's helpful to also photograph other things, like not only food, but I shoot a newborn, or I take my camera outside when I'm walking and I shoot some backdrops, or just other things than food, to keep me creative and inspired. What's keeping you inspired?
Well, I think
creative.
I really love the productions for making the magazines, because it's not an assignment before. I'm just create them or alone or together with another stylist. So there's lots of freedom, and we can do what we want.
Oh, so you think of a plan by yourself, and then you sell it to a magazine. Is that right? Oh, that's great. It's like a sort of, I make a picture of your products, and here you are, you can buy it. Yes. Oh,
that sounds very easy, but
I don't want to break down. I cannot say the words in English.
I know what you mean. Yeah, so that's and I'm getting lots of energy, and most of the time I'm working together, which I really like. And you're sharing experience, and in the meantime you're creating like a flower crown, making pictures of it in a vegetable garden, in the sun. Yeah, that's why I'm coming home very happy. I really like that experience.
Oh, that's great. And then also your career before the photographer becomes handy in here, because you know how to create workshops, or how to create some stuff and make a sort of reportage.
Production. Because I do also lots of a combination from recipes with do-it-yourselves. I really can do that. Painting, stuff like that. Yeah, I really like it. So they're all coming in together. and making the do-it-yourselves, making pictures, styling, working together with other people.
And do you also do the copywriting, or is the magazine doing the copywriting next to the photos?
Yeah, other freelancers, because I think you have to do what you're good in it. For my own blog post, I just write it myself, but it's my blog, so that's okay. But for a magazine, other people will do that. So yeah, so I only deliver the pictures.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also love to teach, so that's where I'm getting lots of energy from. Yeah.
So good to hear. So a lot of things to keep you inspired, or a lot of things keep. Yeah. Sorry for the listeners, and my English is not so good. So
you're doing great.
Sometimes the words they're in my head, but they're not coming out of my mouth. So
yes, I do recognize it. I also have a question for you. You also have a blog, right?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have a blog because when I was painting, I gave workshops and demonstrations on big events for animals.
Oh.
And then I thought, oh, that's good. And I did painting demonstrations and to promote myself. And then people asked, oh, do you also give workshops? I thought, oh, maybe I have to do that. So I did that, and I wrote my own concept and sort of tutorials, and then I gave workshops for small groups. And I got a lot of energy of that. So I thought when I started photography, I thought, oh, I have to be visible. And I heard something of, you need to blog. And okay, I love to share knowledge, because why do we have to find out everything by ourselves if the knowledge is already there? So I'm going to help beginner photographers to gather all the information to start and inspire them by practical tips for beginners. So that's what I blog about, and to level up their skills in the photography.
And how often do you blog? Once
I did it when I started. I did it every 2 weeks, but it was too busy next to my full-time job and the kids, and so I do it now once a month, and that's a goal what I can that's where it's more in my balance in my life.
Great.
Yes, and I have my Instagram, and my Instagram I post weekly, and for me that's enough. And when I started, I had 0 followers, and I'm now I think 1.5 years busy with every week a post, and my followers are now, it's 815, so it grows very slightly, but that's for me it's okay. I think Instagram followers are not everything, but you have to have betrokken volgers, engagement. So I think that's okay. And the Instagram I have is to be visible and lead. Also, it's a sort of funnel to my website, of course. So
and you also get like me lots of inspiration from Instagram, and you meet other people and you can connect.
Yeah, that's great. And also I take part in challenges. So and a lot people, just beginning bloggers, or they ask questions about photography. So I try to answer them also by Instagram, and that's where I get also inspiration for my blog posts. So that's a struggle. Okay, maybe I have to make a blog post about it.
Good one. Sure. Great. Well, great to hear. Do you have other questions?
No, at the moment I don't know.
No, I think it was a very nice conversation. Listeners, we didn't met before, so it's often a surprise, like such an online meeting. But I like it very much, also to share experience and just sharing information.
Yes, me too.
So thank you for this interview. Your blog, can you mention it for the people who want to visit it?
I have a website. It's www.studiofook with an f.nl, and my Instagram is studiofook.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing. I also will put your Instagram and website in the link. And thank you for listening, lovely people.